eradicate the nutrients.
Nutria spawn quickly, with pregnant females producing as many as 3 litters of 13 rats each per year. If the SWAT team can't bring the population under control, it's not just New Orleans that's in danger. Lots of other cities could soon face the same problem.
We used to come out 8 hours a night, and we average numbers anywhere from 150 to 225, 230.
To keep the noise to a minimum, the SWAT team uses suppressed rifles. After all, they're out here shooting nutria rats in the middle of the night.
They're nocturnal animals, and we find that it's much more effective to maximize the amount of time that we're spending for the eradication process.
I got pipe. They generally swim or dive when they see the light. You'll see them standing on the bank, and the brown fur sticks out against the green background of the grass.
It's a moving target, low light conditions. So it turns out to be a tremendous, training situation for the marksman on the team.
To date, the SWAT team has eliminated more than 17,000 nutria.
It was very obvious that shooting would be the most cost-effective and efficient in any manner in which to eradicate.
Humane and safe. You'd never want to be this close to a live nutria set of teeth. Their long incisors grow continuously. In fact, all rodents have to constantly gnaw to whittle their incisors down.
Those teeth are growing rapidly, continuously throughout the animal's life, and actually will grow back down into the mouth and up through the roof of the mouth, and can sometimes result in the death of the animal.
So what happens to all the casualties shot by the SWAT team? Those dead nutria rats won't go to waste. They'll become alligator food at the New Orleans Zoo.
It stays in the food chain. We're very pleased that we're able to do that.
Some of the nutria end up in a different link of the food chain. Ours. Louisiana officials have tried to create a market for these rodents at restaurants. New Orleans is known for its exotic foods, but this may be one delicacy that's gone too far for some customers.
This is really a big animal, and I guess it's just because it's called nutria rat.
Even if it tastes like chicken, it's still just rat.
I've never had a sausage with a tail. It's like nutria, I don't know. Tastes like a rat.
The dish has worked as a novelty item, but it's never really taken off. So unless some top chef gets creative in the kitchen with these rodents, the best defense against the nutria remains the SWAT team. But it's an ongoing battle here in Louisiana.
Good shot.
If 15-pound nutria rats could dominate the landscape so quickly, could the same scenario be playing out on the Florida Keys? And even in New York City? Could the nutria be the ratzilla? The terrifying sight of a rat 15 times bigger than the norm has stirred up fear in New Jersey. But was this ratzilla a common Norway rat that just happened to get really big?
Well, we know that's not a Norway rat. Norway rats don't get anywhere near that large.
In Florida, too, residents have been shocked by the sudden appearance of huge rodents. Could they be connected to the Jersey rat as well? If so, is this a member of the nutria family? A rat that's already been causing trouble down in New Orleans? Experts are eager to find out. Florida wildlife officials sent a sample from one of these rats out for DNA analysis. Here at the Field Museum in Chicago, scientists have identified the critter. And the results are striking. The rat caught in Florida is one of the largest rats in the world, the Gambian giant pouched rat. The news stunned the wildlife officials back in Florida.
When we found out there were Gambian giant pouched rats living
freely in the Florida Keys. It was quite a surprise to most of us. This is a Central African rodent, a very large rodent. Most of us had never seen something like this before.
When I get a report in Florida, my standard answer is anything's possible. But you still have to do some homework to try and figure out what it is. It's a distinctive rat, and once you see the characteristics, including that last half of the tail, which is all white.
In Africa, these rats are raised for human consumption, and since they measure up to 3 feet and weigh up to 7 pounds, they can make a very substantial.
So you're looking at 6 or 7 times the amount of rodent as you have the Norway rat.
Gambian pouched rats are smart and have a powerful sense of smell. In war-torn areas of Africa, they're actually trained to sniff out landmines. They were first imported to the United States as an exotic pet. Then, an outbreak of monkeypox hit. This viral illness can be carried by prairie dogs and Gambian pouched rats. Monkeypox, a close cousin to smallpox, can lead to pneumonia and death. In Central and West Africa, where monkeypox normally occurs, it kills up to 10% of its victims. Then, in 2003, the disease came to America, and officials didn't waste any time bringing it under control.
When we had this scare, this outbreak of monkeypox, several federal agencies got involved right away and enacted regulations to make sure that this wouldn't increase as a threat to people of this country.
Sales of Gambian giant pouched rats were banned in the U.S. End of story. Except that one Florida breeder, stuck with a pack of rats she couldn't sell, released them into the wild.
It is thought that about 8 animals were released, and that was the founder population that spread throughout Grassy Key. 8 can turn into hundreds in a relatively short period of time.
A female Gambian pouched rat can give birth to a dozen babies a year. One rat can generate more than 150 babies within its 9-year lifespan. Large, highly fertile, and living mainly on a diet of fruit and vegetables, the Gambian pouched rat has devastated crops in sub-Saharan Africa, and they could do the same in Florida.
These animals love fruit and vegetables, can cause very significant damage to agriculture, not to mention ecosystems. The citrus industry in Florida would be at risk.
For now, the Gambian pouched rats seem to be contained on the 1,500-acre expanse of Grassy Key. But for how long? After all, the Keys are connected to the mainland by bridges, and all the Gambian needs to do is hitch a ride or walk over.
One of our concerns in the Florida Keys is there are a lot of tropical storms. So all that vegetation debris and yard debris gets loaded up on trucks and brought to landfills on the mainland. And that would be a perfect route for the Gambian giant pouched rats to reach the mainland.
If the rats spread through mainland farming areas with their rich source of food, it could have devastating consequences. So Florida wildlife experts need to step up their search and bring the spread of these creatures under control. In fact, they want to eradicate them completely. Parker Hall and his boss Bernice Constantine of the USDA lead the way.
We have the report medical data on it.
So far, the concentration of Gambian pouched rats is around one neighborhood in Grassy Key.
Okay, we looks like pretty good cover, right? And here we have
their plan to set 100 cameras and 200 traps around the island and eradicate the animals.
We put video collars on them and follow them and have use them as spies so they can take us to pockets of higher populations that can be concentrated in those areas. This is not like a time bomb waiting to go off. It's right now it's contained. We need to tell it it's contained. And this is the thing that people have to understand, that it's our problem today, but it'll be the problem of the South of the United States tomorrow.